Hello, I'm Robot Spacer. Today we're going to build Optimus Prime's butt. Hello, Culinary, Silverstreak, Valis, Unsecret Crush in the other room. Hope y'all are doing well. I invite everyone to post their best butt emotes in the chat. Let's see what I got. Oh no, no results. Is that true? There's got to be something in here that's not labeled correctly. Anyways, we are in fact going to build Optimus Prime's butt today. I don't really know what part counts as the butt, but like it's the whole region in here. Maybe the tires are kind of his butt. I mean, that's probably the closest to some rear padding he has. But let me get this box out of the way here because it makes it hard to sit comfortably. Hello, 6-7. Got no audio, but I'm here for the butts. Great. Speaking of audio, I once again forgot to move the mic in closer once I started talking. Okay, so we built most of this last week, as you can see. And then next is going to be bag 3, which is going to get us the whole butt area and the top of the legs here. And then we'll probably get a start on bag 4. I'm not really sure what that's gonna... they'll probably have us build the legs separately and then attach them at the end. But we won't get quite this far, but we'll be working towards that. And are we going to get to any stickers this week? I think we might. Yeah, it looks like we got our first stickers on the front of the legs here. Very exciting. Okay, so we're going to need some Legos, probably, I think. That seems important, right? Oh, I should gotta do my own shout outs here. But if anyone isn't already following Silverstreak and Culinary Disaster, I highly recommend it. Both wonderful streamers. What happened with the... Oh, did I type too fast? Wow, the cooldown on that is like so short that I have never hit it before. But I finally managed to. Let's try that again. There we go. Nice. Okay. I always want to put my headphones in, even though like the only thing I will ever hear through those headphones is like the alert sounds for my overlays. But it feels weird to not have them in. But for a moment, I need to reach over here and grab things out of the box. Oh, tires. We will need a couple of those. Bag number 3. I guess I should just dump all these out. Do this back here. I'm going to set aside 4 and 5 so they're easy to find later. Okay. That's everything we could possibly need today. I was going to say we probably won't get to 5, but now that I'm looking at like... We might. This isn't a ton of Legos. So we need 2 of these tires. What if you played music but only you could hear it? Bring your own lo-fi beats. That's an interesting idea. There's our 2 tires. I apologize for the clipping, bag crinkling audio. Maybe I should have left the mic further away until I was done with this part. One more little bag crack open. Not lo-fi enough. Play these beats to me through a telephone handset. Now you're talking. That would be fantastic. Okay, get out of here, tiny bag. Ooh, neat. Got a shiny little wheel piece. I assume that's what that is, like a hubcap. That's the word I'm looking for. Rest of the wheel. Oh, this is an interesting joint piece. So, yeah, that's not going to be the same piece for the arms, I don't think. But I assume this is like a leg joint. That's another, I've never seen this kind of thing. Oh, all kinds of neat parts. I'm curious now if, I would love if they would tell you, I wonder how easy it would be to find out this information. Like, I'm pretty sure you could go on the website and look up a part and see what other sets it's a part of. It would be cool to have something like in the back that talked about like new pieces they made for this set, or like last week I was talking about the little hot dog pieces that are used in the Eiffel Tower set. Like, it'd just be fun to have some like little inside Lego trivia like that. Here's another neat one. Hello, Siku. Good to see you. All right. So, as mentioned, feel weird without the headphones. Can I get those back in? Mostly, like, it's nice to hear the alerts as soon as they go off. Okay, so we're gonna build this little thing, which we're just getting right on into that. Like, we got one butt cheek and a piece of a leg here. So things feel cramped. Let's try to give myself more space. What's this piece? Is that this? They're not showing me the other side. Like, this is flat on the other side. Is that what I want? I think it is. Also, this is different from a usual flat piece, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Okay, yeah. Okay. Usually looks like that and doesn't stick down. Okay. Oh, so we can put pieces on like the opposite direction in this. That's kind of interesting. Six of these. Y'all, I keep thinking about upcoming streams I'm doing, and I'm very excited about them. Tomorrow is going to be my final stream in my King's Quest series. I checked last night, and I have streamed King's Quest games starting in November of last year. I've spent 167 hours playing King's Quest games on Twitch, and I'm excited to finish that series tomorrow, but also a little bit sad. I'd like me a King's Quest game. Yeah, I would be curious how long your Quest for Glory runs were also. That's an interesting piece. And then I've been thinking about what I'm going to play next. I can't decide if I want to talk about it yet, but I'm excited. I'll think about it. I'll probably spill the beans later on. Now I'm just thinking about the phrase "spill the beans." It's not a thing I've said very many times in my life. Wait, did I? Okay, yeah, I got turned around. My piece remover. I still am not really. Oh, there we go. I'm not used to how to use this tool effectively, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. Okay, so we got this. Oh, I just missed a complete step. Way ahead of myself. And then this goes there, I think. I'm going to zoom in while I'm doing small things like this. Whoops. Now we can do this part. This goes here. This goes here. And this goes here. Okay. That looks correct. And we have another blue piece. An interesting little curved piece. Hey, David Alexander, good to see you. Yeah, we got some butt stuff today. That's not right. That's right. That's weird. A round piece. Oh yeah, has this been my first stream since I added this emote? Also, another thing emote related, they changed things up so that, there it is, my little wizard and the princess frog emote. They changed things up so that if you're a subscriber, you can now use follower emotes in other people's channels. Previously, the way follower emotes worked, you had to be following the channel and then you could only use them in that channel. But they were otherwise, free. They've changed that so that if you subscribe, you can use them elsewhere, which I think is a nice change, especially because I've always been reluctant to put my better emotes in the follower emote slots because, then you're limited in how much you can use them. So I'll probably change things up and make some new ones now that is possible. I did move things around a little bit, but not too much yet. Okay. Oh, I missed, Silver said 53 hours playing Quest for Glory. But yeah, with only 5 games, that's certainly a big difference. Was confused. I'm not used to Twitch making changes that are generally helpful. They do sometimes. I feel like overall they've made a lot of good changes this year, which is kind of the first year I've really paid close attention to the kind of stuff they typically change around. Where am I? I'm here. Mod view, still one of my favorite things they've done. Wow, it's kind of fascinating to think about a time when mod view didn't exist. I don't always use mod view myself when I'm being a mod for Unsacred Crush's channel, but certainly like in a stream where you actually need to do things more often, I couldn't imagine not having that. As a streamer, sharing moderation info with other streamers was a huge change. Interesting. I haven't come across a case where like I've found that data helpful, but you know, I imagine for bigger channels, it is super useful. Yeah, I do wish moderation in the mobile app was better. Okay, so now I've been building off camera. Sorry about that, but we just got a whole leggy there with what do they call these, studs? Is there a more correct term for studs? Okay. Studs most of the way around to attach the like outer leg coverings. The lack of hosting is a little bit of a bummer, but I can kind of understand why they did it. It just, the way it's a little bit confusing that, you know, you could be on someone's channel but watching someone else's channel. But yeah. And I do like the new native shout outs, though I hope they improve those and let you, if not let you customize the message, at least let you, you know, put a little more info readily available, like the last game they were streaming or whatever. What they should have done is change host to auto redirects. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Okay, next, these little guys. Someone says, I also like the new charity module, but need some work. Yeah, I haven't looked at that, the streamer side of that at all. But that definitely seems like a good, you know, thing for them to spend time on. I keep not being aware of where my hands are here. Maybe I should just zoom back out for a bit. Okay. Time for a flat piece and a little axle. Let's see, little axle goes here. Flat piece on here. I think that's where we're going to be putting. Oh, we got a sticker in the very next step. Okay. Oh, what? This is great. I love this. I noticed this. There's like a little piece here that's got some little ridges on it, and I noticed that it kind of makes some nice sounds as you're rotating it. But here they're actually calling it out. This is an upcoming step, but it caught my attention. It's a very good click in various languages. So it looks like a similar piece, like it's got little ridges on the inside of it. Kind of hard to see in the lighting, but Okay, let's do a sticker. I need to get out on Secret Crush's Gundam kit for the very important sticker tweezers. They're not really sticker tweezers, but that's what I'm using them for. Forgot to tell my devices to leave me alone for a while. Okay. So, sticker number 3 is what we're doing here. Make sure I put it on right. Although, it wouldn't be too hard to flip around if I screwed it up. Okay, so we got two leg pieces here, and they're oriented in this direction. Get you a nice close-up here on the sticker application. As I've mentioned in the past, my hands usually aren't super shaky. Are these they're so pointy. But sticker application in general makes me nervous, and doing it on camera makes me even more nervous. So I'll just do my best here. Is like, if it's just a teeny bit crooked, it will annoy me, and it always ends up a little bit crooked, right? It's pretty good. Nice. I'm pleased. Okay, looks like the next one won't happen for a little bit here. Tire time. Wait, what does this mean? Is there a... Like, I don't think I'm really missing any information. I'm just really curious what that little icon is supposed to indicate. I think I've seen it come up before. Huh. Trying to figure out if there's like a explanation in the back here or something. Guess not. Weird. It's a plus sign and then just a brick. Like, what is it? So weird. Okay, we got a wheel. We got a tire. We got a hubcap. So I'm not sure if it matters which way this goes. I'm trying to see if there's any like distinct markings on the outside of the wheel. I think this might be the outside. Or what does that say? It's so tiny and dark. Okay, I think it says Lego, copyright Lego group. Maybe that's, well, it says 2x14. Like, I feel like that's meant to be like the wheel measurements that you would see on the outside of a tire. Yeah, okay, I think that is meant to be the outside. Okay. And then that's the outside of the wheel itself. And then, oh, I see, neat. So wheel goes on this little axle piece. And then this also has the little cross opening to help hold things in place. Nice. Okay, now it's time for clicks. So we got this piece and this piece. Attach. Interesting. It doesn't turn. I thought it would turn. How does it make the clicks? Also, if it doesn't turn, then I gotta make sure I orient it the correct way. I guess, are they just saying that it clicks into place? I'm very confused. Or maybe it, oh, okay. It does move, but it requires, like, there's a lot of friction there. So I think this is, you know, a piece that needs to rotate when you transform him. But when you're not, like, actively trying to move things around, it's meant to, like, stay where you put it. Neat. Now I understand why they called out the click. So we got a couple of these. And one of these. So this also has some little ridges here. Excuse me. That's more the kind of clicks I was expecting. Like, this moves a little easier. Okay. Oh, I missed the second step. So this goes right in the middle. And then we attach all of that to here. Somehow. Did I screw something up or just I completely missed? I think I got excited about tires and just completely missed some stuff. Yeah, I put on the sticker and I was like, all right, tire time. I missed 95 and 96. I think it's fine, though. I don't think I have to disassemble anything. So that goes there. And now that gives me the two holes I need to attach the other piece. This goes here. Click, click, cat. That's the sound it makes. Hello, Hinton. Good to see you. 3 of those. One of these. Where'd that little roundy piece go? Oh, got away from me. All right. So this goes here. And then we got another one here. Might have been slightly easier if I hadn't put on the tire yet. We can manage. And this goes here. Okay. Now we're ready to attach this. So I've got 2 holes here. And then this goes into, That looks correct. And now that clicks around and that clicks around. Nice. This set is very cool. Honestly, like, I hope they do more Transformer sets, but also I'm scared if they do, because I will want them. This is interesting. Oh, they're saying to make sure you have, like, this spins around. Also, sorry, you can't actually see what I'm looking at. There's you want it this way, not this way. So this piece spins all the way around right now, but this is the front. So, okay, yeah, we are attaching this now. Okay. So I got a bunch of holes here, and then 3 pegs here. I'm just double checking I'm doing this right, because it might be a pain to get off. Okay, easy. This feels like, just comparing it with the illustration, it feels like there's too much space here, but I think that's okay. I wish they showed it more straight on so I could feel more confident I've done everything correctly, but I can't see what I possibly would have done wrong, so I'm sure it's fine. And now we're going to build the other leg and butt piece. Wonder what qualifications you need to work on the Lego engineering team. That's a great question. I feel like that's got to be a pretty high demand job, right? I imagine these days, like, well, I guess, like, also there's probably a lot of different types of interesting jobs at Lego Group. Like, you know, there's people that would, you know, design a set but not really I can't even think of how to explain things. Like, you'd have people that are actually, you know, designing like a Lego brick, you know, in times when they need a new piece. But then you'd have other people that are, you know, figuring out how to design a set, you know, without necessarily creating any new pieces. Like set design versus brick creation. Yeah. But I feel like for the like set creation type of job, like these days they probably find a lot of those people, like, you know, that have designed sets online and, you know, gotten popular from doing that. Like I know Chris McVeigh, I think that's the correct name, did a little Macintosh set that I've shown off before and got really popular, or really, you know, reasonably well known for, you know, creating these interesting little custom sets, and, you know, now works for Lego. I imagine that kind of path is pretty common these days. He also designed, I feel like one of the things he got pretty popular for, or maybe this is just my own exposure to his work. He did these neat little like sketches that were like, it was like all very flat pieces that, you know, would be like a portrait of a popular character or something like that. But I really liked his little computer models. In fact, I saw one the other day that was the same type of Macintosh that I have one of his sets for, but this is like a whole like desk setup. So you got a little desk, a much tinier Macintosh, like a little, like when I did my random access memories redeem, I've got that case that has a clear top and is for storing floppy disks. It's got one of those in this set. I really gotta, like, I would love to build that set. You used to be able to like order through his site like all the pieces you need, and even in some cases like custom stickers and stuff. But I think now like the instructions are free. You just have to kind of figure out how to get all the pieces and order them on your own. Hello, Robots Friend. Great to see you. There's got to be like process research, test procedures, and documentation guidelines for these sets. Yeah. Okay. Busy talking and lost track of where I was. So this goes that way. Silver says, the earlier conversation made me interested. I went and found a site that calculates playlist length and went through my list to see what was the longest. Looks like my longest playlist is Quandary Quest at 78 hours. Everything else hovers around 60 hours. Interesting. Yeah, I got my number from, I put all my VODs in collections on Twitch. And if you go in the interface to edit a collection on Twitch, it'll show you in very tiny text at the top how, like, the total length of that playlist. I have no doubt that King's Quest is my longest one, so I didn't even look at what other... probably my Gabriel Knight one's a decent length, but I'm sure it's nowhere near. Yeah, I've been in the process of getting all my stuff onto YouTube. I hope that eventually Twitch improves their support for browsing older VODs. But until they do, I've been working on getting my stuff on YouTube, just because they have a much nicer way to browse it all. And plus, you know, it's just another way for people to find stuff, and, you know, I feel like we tend to watch stuff that we are like longer videos that aren't like something live. We tend to watch on our Apple TV. Twitch is maybe Apple TV, maybe iPads, maybe phones. But longer stuff we tend to watch on Apple TV, and I feel like you know, unless it's like a big show that's on, you know, a network app or whatever, it tends to be in YouTube. So, you know, it's nice to have options of different apps depending on what's easy for people to use in the way they like. Also because it's easier to deal with DMCA claims on YouTube and get things unmuted. Interesting. I have yet to deal with that myself. I'm honestly very curious. I've been uploading my stuff from oldest to most recent, and I'm currently up to The Beast Within, the second Gabriel Knight game, which is the first game where I had a lot of frustration with Twitch muting things. In particular, they muted my bird crimes for unknown reasons. I'm really curious what will happen when I get to some of the same stuff that Twitch muted. Like, whenever Twitch muted it, it was generally some like kind of obscure, like it was questionable whether it was even the same audio. But like every time I was able to search for what Twitch said it was and what Twitch said it was and find it on YouTube. So I don't know if YouTube might, have kind of the same list. I do feel like they probably have more advanced matching, just because Google tends to be pretty good at that stuff, whereas I feel like Twitch's audio matching is quite poor. It's at the very least it does poorly with things that aren't actually music getting matched to either things that are or similar sounding things. Oh, postfix. Sorry, I missed you there. How strong are Transformers? Could Optimus Prime beat up the strongest Gundam, whatever that is? That's a really great question. I don't have enough Gundam knowledge to answer that question. Has there ever been, there's been a lot of crossovers that involved Transformers. I feel like one that happened pretty often, and maybe still even more recently has happened, is for some reason G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover. I wonder if there's ever been a Gundam Transformers crossover. Probably not, but you never know. It at the very least, surely someone qualified has written some fanfic about that. Right? Whoa, Culinary says, ever since Twitch deleted all my VODs, I stopped caring. Yikes. I think I maybe remember you mentioning that before, but man, that sucks. I hope someone at Twitch is working on that technology to reach into your computer and mute all your local recordings. I hope not. That would make me very sad. Did a stream where we listened to Paradise Killer, so they turned off my VODs and deleted all the old ones. Wow, that's wild. Did I? I missed a step, didn't I? Oh yeah, I was supposed to put these on both sides. Okay. No big. Okay. We're almost to another sticker here. Okay. It's time. Not a lot of stickers in this set. I think these are both like front bumper stickers. There's a couple, I think it's like an interchangeable piece. So like this is the optimal appearance for truck mode, and this is the optimal appearance for robot mode. And then this is like a little plaque that you can put next to them. But that's it. Okay. Stop doing that. It's like when I get close, it's kind of like electrostatic flopping directly into place or something. Okay, that's pretty good. It could have also just been gravity, but it seemed like it was almost like something was pulling it in when I got just a little bit too close. Okay. I feel like, well, we might end up doing the bumper today, but I'll put that away. I think it'll, at the very least, be a little bit until we get to that sticker. Sorry, I'm just... Is this right? Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting. Like... Like, you look at this piece you've built, you would think it goes on this way, right? But no, it actually goes this way. Like, the curve is on the inside, and this axle is for the wheel, which is on the outside. You know, we have to build the piece to actually connect it still. I was just a little confused for a second there. In the future, enjoying music is a crime. I'm pretty sure this is the plot to Running Man. Is it? I have not seen Running Man in a long time. So, maybe you're right. Oh, there it is. Two left feet? Fortunately not. It's all good. Okay, time to assemble another wheel. This is the outside. That's the outside. Also got more click click cats coming up. I think we pretty much need most of the rest of these. We got a couple extras here. So this is there. Goes in there. Mick Fleetwood plays himself in Running Man and says the cops have burned all his songs. I see. Okay. I didn't screw it up this time. Amazing. Bless you to Unsecret Crush in the other room. Something seems weird here. What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Trying to put it on the wrong way. Okay. So, first click is English. Clique, French. I don't know enough to be confident whether that's Chinese or Japanese. I don't know what these other languages would be. The Klikskis one is especially interesting. Like, is that pronounced in the same way, or is that just a very different way of making a click sound? Anyway, let's attach this other leg here. Postfix says Chinese, I believe. Thank you for that. And that's Optimus Prime's butt, apparently. Not much of one, if I'm honest. And now we're on bag 4. What are we building now? Okay, this is what we're building. I guess that's just part of leg. Let's zoom in on that. It looks like it's just a majority of the lower leg part. Hinton says the S with like a arrow, kind of an arrow pointing down, I'm not sure what that mark is called, is a bit like sh, SH, which I assume means sh. Klickskis. You think a dude towing a big old truck trailer would have a dump truck ass? You'd think. Like, it makes sense, right? All right, I got a couple extra pieces here. Let's get those out of the way. And we need bag number 4. Okay, a lot of darker colored pieces here. This is a nice blue. I feel like it's not picking up as well as it could be. That's better. It's a nice dark color. All right. These are very long. Gosh. Just need one of those right now. Well, that's a neat little piece. Big fan of weird little pieces. Like this one. Trying to find a black square. Oh, heck! Welcome, y'all! Bricks Mental, thanks so much for the raid. Appreciate that very much. I am Robot Spacer. I am building, as you can see here, this lovely Transformers Optimus Prime set. And this is actually a transforming set, so it can go from Optimus Prime robot mode to truck mode without any sort of disassembly. It's pretty neat. Like, we've already got lots of moving parts. This can spin around. This flips around. Eventually we'll get his head on there. Got spinning wheels. The legs can rotate outward and also in this direction. Very cool. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Hope everybody is doing good today. I would say I normally stream older adventure games, but I've done a fair number of Lego builds. I kind of started out streaming doing the Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina set, which was very, very cool. Recently did the tiny little Haunted Mansion set they released recently. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so I need that. And I should give you a shout out. Apologies. Yeah, usually my wife is here to help out with shout outs and stuff like that. But what were y'all working on today? Based on the username, I assume you were doing some Legos. Or at least something along those lines. Really looking forward to the Optimus, but need to wait till I build it to forget all the spoilers I've seen. Oh no! Okay, that looks like the right piece. Was sorting some old Agent set and then some Star Wars minifigs. Nice. Okay. There's like three longer pieces along here, and it's really hard to tell in the drawing which pieces go where, but I think I got it. Longer one at the bottom, shorter ones at the top. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Found some really nice ones that I don't know where I got them from. Interesting. Let's see, what other Star Wars sets do I have? I have a nice A-Wing set that's from one of the more recent movies. I have Rey's Speeder from Force Awakens. That was a fun set. I feel like that actually was what kind of started. I got that as a Christmas gift. And I feel like that kind of started my more recent interest in Legos. And they've the Lego group has been very good at coming up with sets that are very hard for me to resist. So, got this here. My Lego passion was reawakened by a carbon freezing chamber that I got because the Han Solo and carbonite piece looks so cool. Nice. That does sound very cool. So this is basically his lower leg, kind of the inside parts of it. did I miss something? Oh, okay, we're stacking some pieces together here. I'm just glad we finally get to see what Transformers are made of. Yeah, it is. It's very interesting to finally know how they're made. Okay. And we stick that whole piece onto here. If that's correct. Some tan pieces, interesting. Yes, I am a software developer. I make apps for iPhone, iPad, Macintosh. Can I post a link to a small bot I wrote for displaying Lego sets, parts, figs on stream? You will not be able to post links in chat. They're only enabled for mods. But if you whisper that, or is that what they call it on Twitch? I don't use the function very often. But if you like private message it to me, I can share it in chat. But that sounds very interesting. Okay. Okay. Neat little ball joint there. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Lots of pieces to find here. Yeah, it's a really nice color. Couple pieces with holes. Okay, just need one of those. And then some shiny little dots, just one, okay. Got them all. Now we put all these tiny things together. Wait. Oh, okay. Those go on separately. So this goes here, and then that whole thing we just built. That, and that. Okay. Thanks again for the rate, and have a great night. Appreciate you coming by. Okay, oh, I need 2 of those. Where's the other one? Hiding somewhere. There it is. Blending in with the desk. Okay. Okay. There's my other claw piece. 4 of those, jeez. And 2 red dots. So, okay, we're making 2 of these. Red dot here, claw here, and then another one of these on top. Okay. And then those go in these slots here. Interesting. There we go. No, that's not the right piece. Is that little separator piece a robot's face, sir? That's pretty good. I think it might be. Amazon keeps sending me recommendations for cotton candy makers now. I wonder why. That's great. I gotta admit, it continues to be a little bit of a tempting idea. Like, but we have our kitchen is already storage is a problem. It's just a little bit too small. And if we did have more space, I would be quite tempted. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it's the kind of thing where we'd like use it once, use it occasionally, and then be like, well, we'll just put that away for a while, and then you forget about it. I'm missing some little squares. One little square. Is that all of them? I think so. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. So this goes here, and it looks like that. We'll have another like ball joint here. And then this big piece goes on here. That's interesting. I wonder why they did these pieces in here. It just seems like almost like they wanted this piece to be easier to come off or something. anytime I notice something that's like, stands out like that, I'm like, was there a design decision made here, or just like varying things for no particular reason? Okay, got one of these. Don't think I ever mentioned my cursed idea of abusing the make cotton candy out of any hard candy function to make cough drop cotton candy. Yeah, that may be a thing you only shared privately with me. I am curious how well that would work. Like, I mean, obviously it would taste terrible, right? But would it work? Or is like the makeup of it maybe a little bit different in a way that would cause some sort of disaster to happen? Warhead's cotton candy would be neat. I don't know if I've ever had a Warhead. What kind of candy is that? Like, I know I've seen it plenty of times. I've just never really, I've never had one. I've never looked into what exactly it is. Very, very sour. Okay, nice. I am a big fan of sour candy, so maybe next time I'll see one, I'll pick up a package and see what I think. I'm a big fan of Sour Patch Kids in particular. That's my go-to. I like the regular Sour Patch Kids, and the watermelon ones are also pretty enjoyable. It started out as like my snack treat when we went to the movies, and then I started just during the pandemic buying packages of them and then having them at home when we watch a movie. Okay, 2 of those. Ricola cotton candy would be interesting. Don't see why a cough drop is any different than regular hard candy. Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering if, obviously there's going to be a little bit different ingredients, and maybe they would behave in some way that would fuck it up somehow. I'm inclined to agree it would probably work. Friend once had housemates trying to figure out how to make savory popsicles work. Thanks for that follow. Welcome. I feel like, I don't know if you call them savory, but I've seen popsicles that are kind of like, I feel like often fruit, like whole chunks of fruit kind of frozen in a block. So you could probably do something kind of like that with a savory food. It's pretty... It's not as cursed as cough drop cotton candy, but it sounds a little like it might be a little upsetting to eat, right? Okay, I think I got that right. Wow, this thing just keeps on going, huh? It's interesting, like, you look at a big leg piece like this, and it's easy to assume it would mostly be, larger solid bricks like this. But this is very little of that. Lots of tiny pieces to put together to make this thing be able to transform. Just freeze some hot dogs in that hot dog separator and call them savory popsicles. If anyone wasn't here, we were talking about this thing you could, like, if you open a package of hot dogs, you could put them in this specific type of Tupperware container to freeze them or whatever. That's, I don't wish to think about that further. Those are the kinds of things I tried. Apparently it was not good. I'm shocked. You could probably freeze some gravy into a popsicle. Oh, God. Ooh, freeze blocks of chicken stock. I don't think the eating experience is going to be the same as a popsicle. But you could use something like that as like your, your like chicken stock or gravy to encase a larger like chunk of savory food into. I'm glad that we're bringing all these ideas together here. This is wonderful. There's a little 3-stud. There it is. Also, apparently this entire bag is just one leg. I keep noticing that like there's unique pieces that I no longer have more of, so I guess bag 5 is the other leg. Okay, this goes like that. Oh, I think you missed my comment about how sugar is an important aspect of popsicle texture. I did miss that. And that is an interesting observation. That does make sense. Robot's friend says, it sounded like that was the ultimate conclusion of the research. I see. Okay. We got that. We got a couple. Okay, these are shiny dots once again. It's hard to tell, but these do have a little bit of a shine to them, and they always include a little, just a little sparkle on the drawing of it, so you know what you're looking for. Okay, putting 2 of those together. That on top, and then we're doing this, and that whole thing goes in this spot. Like if you just freeze, taking bets on if he misses it again. Like if you just freeze fruit juice, that's not going to be the same as a fruit popsicle, or maybe it depends on the juice. Yeah. Okay. What about savory ice cream? A fascinating question, Hinton. I feel like that's another case where like sugar might be fairly important, but I'm not an ice cream scientist, so I can't say for sure. Oh, I see. I gotta flip this around somehow. Okay, this way. Okay. Savory ice cream does seem to exist, but it looks like they're mostly savory flavors that pair well with a vanilla base. makes sense. Okay, now we got a bunch of flat pieces that we're building up a larger flat piece that we will then attach. One of those. Got one of those. Little L brackets. The combination of the dark color and the lighting in here makes it a little hard to tell what I'm looking at sometimes. I think those are all right. Okay. So we start with this. And then we attach this and this. And then we flip it over and attach this. And then this. Did I feel like I missed a piece somewhere. Oh, I see. I did. Okay, that goes there. And this goes here. Okay, and then this goes on here. And then that whole thing goes here. Yep. It says, dang, guess I need to try harder to invent cursed content. I guess you do. I got 4 of these little roundy guys. Whoa. Kind of hard to hold on to. It's really hard to build a Lego set and not do a lot of shrimping in the process. I should probably take a break and do some stretching in a little bit here. So all this goes kind of in the middle of this. And then the round bits go here. I appreciate the detail in this. Like, I assume a lot of this is just decorative to make it look more interesting than flat pieces, which, you know, they certainly could have gotten away with. But it's a lot more interesting to look at this way. Okay, and then we're, whoa. Just kind of building a frame around that whole section. Easy. Oh, okay, and now we're putting flat pieces on top of that area. we're flipping it around this way. Okay. Six of those. Yes. 6-7 says, I'm back and have audio. Did I miss the butts? You did miss the butt, but we can show it off again. I mean, what there is of it. Let's see. So this is the front side. And then that's the butt. As we discussed earlier, there's not much of a butt, but that's what it is. So now we're working on this leg piece, which is surprisingly complex. Let's see. It probably attaches this way, and we did this side first, so I'm guessing it goes over here. So that'll probably snap on there. And I think by the end of today, he'll have 2 complete legs, though perhaps not feet yet. I'm honestly not sure if we're going to be building a foot here. But welcome back. Where was I? Okay, so I did 145, we're on 146. We're flipping this around again to this side. Oh, I missed a couple pieces. I think that's right. It's a bit logical since a truck had no trunk, therefore no junk. I suppose that makes sense. Okay. That's not right. That's the one. Okay. Oh, okay, so these are all kind of hanging off here. And then this here, this here, and, oh, okay. So this piece goes like that. Okay. We almost got a leg here. interesting. Okay. Oh, fun. I like this detail here. Okay, so we need six of these shiny pieces. One of those. One of those. There's the flat piece I need. Okay. So those go together like, not like that, like that. And it goes right here. This blue piece goes at the top. And then these go all the way down. Neat. Okay. Okay. How long have you been Lego streaming? I'm surprised I've not seen you before. I started a little over a year ago. Kind of like late summer last year, I think. I have not been like doing Lego streams continuously since then, though. I've mainly streamed on Saturdays. I do like a adventure game, like usually a point and click older game from like 80s or 90s, and then on Tuesday I do some sort of spookier game, like often like a adventure game, sometimes like more of a survival horror game. And then my Lego streams have just been kind of random whenever I am unable to resist a set. I started off with the Star Wars Cantina set, and very quickly realized that I did not have space to like build Lego sets on a regular basis. Obviously I could sell them or something, or just put them in storage when I'm done with them, but I figured I should try to not constantly buy new Lego sets if I can avoid it. Okay. I think that's all that step. Okay. So these go here. And then these little pieces go here. Man, I love the detail in this. This is just very nice looking. Playdate Community Holiday Game Bundle went live on itch. Nice. Posted on the Discord. Cool. Also, I'll hit my Discord button since we're talking about it. Some real cool titles in there. Nice. I unfortunately must admit I have not used my Playdate in a while. Honestly, ultimately what it comes down to is I had some difficulties with the Mirror app streaming it, and lately it's like if I'm not streaming a game and it's not Genshin, I have a hard time finding time for it. Like I have my stream games off stream, I play Genshin whenever I'm able to, and then that's it. I don't have more time for gaming. But I do really want to get back to that at some point. I've been keeping an eye on different stuff that's come out. There's been a lot of stuff released on itch that looks really neat and that I would love to check out. So that's an extra piece. That's an extra piece. This reminds me, I also need to figure out what the next OK Games game is. They're at the list of like 4. Oh boy. I'm still working on Inscription. Maybe I'll finish that someday. Unsecret Crush has been playing a lot of Tunic recently. I still have not started it myself. There's too many games. Too many good games. Like, it used to be a problem of, like, it felt like I could kind of keep up with the games I was, really, really excited about. But now I can't even manage that anymore. Which is, frankly, a great problem to have. No complaints. Okay, so this is finishing up this back spot here. I was curious if we would come back to this. So it just goes on there. Is it really working on if you haven't played in months? Fair. And that's it. That's a whole leg. And now we attach the leg. Okay, this is this side. And we got, let's get a nice zoom in on this connection here. So we got this nice ball joint here that's gonna snap into place. And there it is. So that rotates all around, which is probably going to be something you do when you transform it. Coming together. All right. Not seen a ball joint in a Lego kit since Kinetics were still around. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I don't know that I've ever seen this type of connector myself. It's like his butt sank down into his chunky lower legs. Yeah, it is a little bit like that, huh? Rowan's friend says, listen, I've been working on Prey off and on for at least 4 years, and I'm still counting it. Wow. That's commitment. I usually, like, if I'm working on a game for that long, like, I'm probably not going to come back to it. Like, I feel like once I hit... if it's been several months since I played it, I'm usually like, well, I might want to start that over when I go back to it. And then that just makes it harder because I know it's going to be more of a time commitment. So then it's unusual for me to get back to it.
Look at that. That's like a whole man.
It sure is. So I think this is a good point to take a break. I will come back and we'll probably do the whole other leg, I think. But I'll be back in a few. Okay, so first I got some little pieces to put away. Guy's getting pretty big. I guess that's pretty close to his full height. So I assume his feet are going to go to about this part that's sticking down here, and then I'll just have his head. It's pretty good size. But, interesting. So we're going to do the next bag 5, which is mostly going to be the other side, I think. But then it looks like we're also going to have some additional parts. Part of this step. I kind of assumed that this next chunk would be exactly like what we just did. But we'll do this section, and then I think we'll call it a day. It'll probably take another hour or so. Be fun to get some wheels on here. A full set of wheels when we're done. Yeah, I guess he's fine there. I guess this icon is here again. I guess this is just saying you need more of the Legos that came with this set now. Plus bricks.
Say that again?
I was just discussing this icon I was previously confused by. Like, what does that mean exactly? I think it's just saying you need to get out more bricks now. Like,
I see.
You need to open new bags. Oh, have you come to join us?
Yeah, I'm working on a puzzle in Tunic. I looked up just enough information to understand how to begin. But then, while trying to figure out the rest of it on my own, I felt very stupid. So I decided to do something else.
Okay.
So I'm here to knit. I guess I need a device to look at chat on, though, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Might be able to offer a subtle hint.
Before I started playing Tunic, I began once again to try to learn how to do things in Clip Studio Paint. With middling success. And then I was like, okay, well that's enough. That's enough incompetence for me right now. I'll play a video game.
There's the one I need. A Lego building hint. I think I'm good. I don't think I need any Lego building hints. But I appreciate the offer, if that was one. Culinary said I might be able to offer a subtle hint, which I assume was referring to Tunic.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. If I get really desperate, I can finish reading the guide that I started reading. For example, I'm enjoying Tunic. I think a big problem that I am having with it at this point, I have gotten an ending. I assume it was not the best ending. I don't know how to... I'm impatient. Like, I know that there's stuff I haven't seen, and I am impatient to get to it, and I find the traversal difficult at this point. I know that there are places that I need to get back to, but I can't remember how to get there, or if I do remember how to get there, that path is not accessible anymore for various reasons. If I am able to take paths that I previously couldn't do, I can't quite figure out how to make that work to my advantage, etc. And then just, I don't know, hoofing it across the map so that I can access the limited amount of fast travel is a little bit irritating, I guess. I'm trying to be extremely vague since Robot Spacer hasn't played it yet, and I was telling him while he was on break that he really should be playing it because that is absolutely his shit. I'm not going to answer that question, Culinary. In keeping with what I was just saying, Robot Spacer hasn't started it yet. Anyway, I'm here to work on knitting the sleeve of my sweater.
Nice.
Because it's very simple. Robot Facer should play the game where we won't be able to talk around him. I know, right? I've had to live like this about Inscription first, and then Tunic. It's quite a bit of a problem. I'm pleased that he doesn't care about Genshin spoilers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Or I think that would be a serious hindrance on our relationship. If I couldn't talk to you
I think it would be.
If I couldn't talk to you about Genshin shit, I would be just incredibly inconsolable. Can I enjoy Tunic without playing the first one? I don't know. That feels like such an individual situation. Are the string lights on? They are. They're just so... They're dim.
They're quite dim, especially when all the other lights are on.
I also feel like maybe a little bit of my problem with Tunic is I've been breaking up my time with it a little longer than is probably ideal. Like, I got the impression that Hitten, for example, started and completed it within a pretty short time period, whereas I've been playing it in relatively short bursts, spaced out by several weeks. What's a game we've all played that we can talk about? King's Quest?
I need to go blow my nose real quick. I'll be back in just a minute.
Silently catching up on chat.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm also behind on my podcast, so it all works out somehow. Where am I on the Lego? Okay, new page time.
Maybe what you ought to do during your future Lego streams is catch up on your podcast. You
While
could,
I'm streaming?
Yeah, you could get the permission of the OK Games.
Oh, like
crew.
actually play them.
Yeah, and like do a listening party while you make your Legos.
This is a fascinating concept.
Given that we are friends with the OK Games pod crew, I don't see why they wouldn't give approval.
Well, I need a blue one. Okay, it's 4.
Val says, imagine being up to date on
long.
podcasts.
Oh, I know, right?
I only manage this because I think I'm subscribed to a lot of podcasts that I have stopped listening to, but the 4 that I do listen to, I will listen to the same episode over and over again because I fall asleep listening to, especially podcasts that I have listened to before.
I do not fall asleep.
While I listen to them.
So I get to hear these podcast episodes many, many times.
I'm sorry.
Which is fine. I don't mind it at all.
Should I get one of those headband,
No.
soft sleep headbands that also is headphones?
No, I like the sound
Okay.
of people talking while I am trying to become sleepy.
Sometimes they're about murders though. Or horrible accidents.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
I feel like as long as it's not describing anything gross,
Sure.
I don't know, sometimes there's a podcast episode that's medical related in
Right.
in a gross way. I don't know how to explain what I am meaning more
Hinton
clearly than that.
Hinton
I
says,
missed a piece.
Hinton says, I'm often tempted to listen to podcasts while streaming Truck Simulator.
Nice.
I listen to podcasts while playing Truck Simulator already, so I might as well share this with the world. Val points out it's just part of the simulation. It's immersive. And I agree. I wouldn't do it unless you had the permission of the podcast to do that, though.
Sure.
Guy that I follow on Twitter, who actually probably isn't on Twitter anymore, so I guess I follow him nowhere, for a while would occasionally do a Twitch stream of himself knitting while listening to a spooky ghost story podcast.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that.
And in those cases, he was always pretty clear that he got the permission of this spooky ghost story podcast to be doing this.
That's a very fun idea.
What if the content was your own other streams? That sounds like a nightmare. I don't like listening to my own voice while I am trying to also say things.
Oh, just while you're trying to say things?
I don't mind listening to myself if I'm watching back my own stream VODs.
Okay.
But if I was watching my own stream VODs in front of a live audience and also trying to add my own commentary in the moment, I would find that very distracting. It's also why I don't like having monitor in my headphones.
Sure.
Of my own voice, and I also relatedly hate it when I am talking on the phone with someone and I can hear an echo of my own voice. It's incredibly distracting. My brain will short circuit.
I feel like that's a different thing entirely.
Well, sure. I'm just saying, if I am trying to talk, but I can also hear myself.
Yeah.
It short circuits my thought process.
I'm trying to find another one of these.
Picture me
I
on
only need one. Okay, never mind.
And it says, picture me on the run from copyright holders in my big rig.
I love it. shiny dot. Now I need this. Okay, I finally got all the pieces.
I was going to use this time while Robot Spacer was occupied in this room streaming Legos to do some Christmas present wrapping. But the problem is, I don't feel like it.
That is a problem. I was wondering, I was pretty sure you hadn't gotten out the wrapping paper, which is...
No, I did. I got out the
okay.
wrapping paper before you started. And it's in the living room. So I could do this tomorrow, for example, while you are again occupied streaming.
Sure.
But will I feel like it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
All right. I was going to say that normally our wrapping paper is stored underneath the gamer bed behind me. I guess she got it out when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, you're probably brushing your teeth or something. I don't know.
Robot's friend says, during pandemic, I started doing work on music recordings with a friend over video call, separating which version of their voice you're hearing at any given moment is a time. Wow. Yeah, I bet. That sounds
I actually
complex.
Right when you started streaming, I remembered how I needed to make some highlights, so I was doing that. And then I had the problem of too much audio, which was I could hear you through the wall. Mm-hmm. I could hear you through my headphones during your currently live stream, and then I also was hearing your voice occasionally in the background of my stream that I was making a highlight of. So I finished that, and I was like, I will do the rest later. This is too much audio. Which is funny because I don't usually, like, you constantly, I think, have a small problem with me listening to too much audio at the same time.
Oh yeah, I find that
like I'll have the TV on, but like during a commercial or something, I'll start watching a video on my phone.
I find that very unpleasant. I'm trying to think of how to explain the experience for me. I don't know that I can, but
I mean, I can appreciate, like, it's cacophonous probably. There are times when I would feel the same way, like there's too much audio happening right now. I mean, I just described a time like that, for example. But I guess if the video that I am watching on my phone is like a couple of minutes,
right,
and there's commercials on anyway, I'm not fucking paying attention to the commercials. I don't register the other sound, I guess. Right.
Like, I feel like when you're the one listening to another thing, and like, you know, you're in control of the volume and stuff, so you can turn it up to a level where you can hear it clearly. That's very different than being another person in the room.
Right.
That, like, there's two things making noise at like a very competing volume level, so you can't really hear either one clearly. And like, my brain is like constantly not sure what to focus on. And,
yeah. At these times, perhaps you should simply watch your own video on your phone.
See, that doesn't help. It says, listening to a podcast while watching TV while doing Duolingo dailies. Also, Silver said, I've started getting wrapping sheets for things now since it makes it easier to wrap smaller, medium... Oh, chat scrolled up. Size items, and some of them have included adhesives on the edges. Interesting. Then Silver said, this house is extremely quiet unless I'm playing something. The dogs don't bark unless they're playing with each other, and obviously Kia isn't listening to anything in the house. Right. Where was I? We're done here, I think. Yep. So we're down here. Oh, wait, I did that too. Okay. I'm here. Okay, now we're making two of these weird little guys again. So we need a couple of those.
We still haven't tidied up our stream pets.
Oh no, I totally forgot. That's hilarious.
They're all in complete disarray.
It's a mess. I totally meant to do that before stream, and then I just completely forgot.
Since the PlayStation 5 has been set up in this room more or less permanently for a while.
This has kind of become our gaming room, like even off stream.
Sometimes when one of us is playing something on the PS5, the other will come and we will sit together on the gamer's bed. But what that means is the stream pets get all jumbled up because they're sort of being used as a headrest.
Yeah.
They did party too hard.
Also, I feel like if you just kind of sit there, it's like if you're putting weight in just the right spot, even if you're not touching them, they tend to topple over.
I mean, it's a delicate balance usually,
for sure.
how they're arranged. I have not been using my row counter.
Uh-oh. Is that a problem?
It doesn't really matter. Like, this is a part of the pattern where I'm knitting to a certain length.
Mm-hmm.
I was just counting the rows. In theory, so that I would be sure to get both cuffs the exact same length.
Okay.
But I've been slacking on that. But I'm not too worried about it. I do need my measuring tape, though.
Okay, that's what I thought. The other side has, like, the little claw bits. Oh, these must actually clip together when it transforms, I think. So, like, obviously when it's in truck mode, you want these to be tight together so they're not moving independently. That's pretty neat. Okay. Nope. Wrong thing. Okay. There we go. And it turned around. Okay. I think that's it. Pieces to find. Which one am I missing? That one. Okay. first. Now I can insert that. Okay. Important to occasionally check if everything looks the same as the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Also, it's time for me to take my evening meds.
Yeah, I should probably go make dinner.
If you feel like it.
I mean, if we want to eat, eventually someone will have to feel like making dinner.
I suppose that's true. We could just have Cheddar Bay biscuits for dinner.
There's only enough for us to have 2 each. I don't know if that's a very good dinner.
Oh, really? Jeez,
Yeah.
those went fast.
They sure did.
We had so many.
They're very small.
Yeah, they
I feel
are.
like they're smaller than they used to be, but it's also been many years since I ate Red Lobster, so maybe they've always been that small.
Right.
Maybe it's I who have gotten larger.
I feel like I saw a picture somewhere that suggested they're supposed to be bigger than
Have they
that.
downsized?
Maybe. Okay, that's it for that step. Okay. Turn it around. Silver says it's time to walk and feed the dogs, but they're sleeping and I don't want to wake them. Oh no.
Ooh, coffee bees. That sounds exotic.
What? Maybe that was a typo, but I'm going to assume that it was not. And
I choose to believe that in New Zealand they drink coffee made by bees.
I think that makes sense. Thank you for hanging out, Hinton. and good luck to you and your bees. I hope you make lots of delicious coffee together. Okay, we're setting this aside for a sec.
How else are you supposed to get buzzed?
Where is it? There it is. Okay. See if I can do this right this time. Go like that. Okay. All right, I did it. We're getting there. Separate out some pieces here.
Glanced at the box and saw the 18 plus indicator on it, and that got me wondering what could they, like, I know it's just for like the complexity
Because of his butt.
but I was gonna say what secret adult thing could they hide in a Lego Optimus Prime? This is maybe a very roundabout way of saying where's his dick? Where does the dick of the robot go?
I mean, I guess it's right there, right? This brings up the interesting topic of why there are male and female Transformers, which I believe there's like some actual kind of lore on.
Oh, really?
But I don't remember any of it.
There's still like a robust Transformers comics.
You mean the Matrix of Leadership?
Like there's comics, right? That they're still making.
Mm-hmm. There's not very many lady robots, but I feel like there's been they've increased in numbers recently. One bit of Transformers lore I know, in the original cartoon there was an episode, I don't remember a ton of it, but like Optimus Prime was originally a robot back on Cybertron named Orion Pax, and he had a girlfriend named Ariel. I believe that's correct. And they like I don't know, they worked on a dock or something, I want to say. And then I think they kind of died basically and were rebuilt as Optimus Prime and Elita 1. And they were like, I don't know much more of the lore than that, but they were rebuilt as like, you know, these robots designed for fighting basically.
So when a robot gets rebuilt, do they retain the memories of their former selves? Is this kind of like reincarnation?
That is a great question. I do not remember the answer to that. I want to say that they did to some degree remember.
Where do robot keep soul? Also, Silver says, look, if you really want to know, one of my community members knows way too much about how Transformers procreate.
Oh, no.
Like, canonically. I can go see if I can get her to show up. Do you have time to talk about the Allspark? Because we could be here all day.
I mean, bring it on.
Says 6-7.
Like I said, I don't remember a lot of Transformers lore. Most of my Transformer knowledge comes from mainly the original cartoons. I used to read the comics. I feel like there were Marvel comics way back then. Like, I guess this would have been mid to late 80s, maybe?
Okay.
But, you know, that was all a long time ago, and certainly a lot of things I used to know are lost to time, and also I feel like a lot of more complex topics just were kind of glossed over then, like how Transformers procreate.
Right.
Like, it might have been touched on a little bit, but... Another one of those somewhere. There it is. I'm just double checking that I didn't miss anything. I think I'm good.
I'm kind of enjoying the mental image of missionaries knocking on doors saying, "Pardon me, do you have time to talk about the Allspark?"
The latest depictions make it sound like a cross between the robot heaven and the font of ensoulment for them.
Font of ensoulment also sounds like a very metal term. Is that Catholic? That sounds like Catholicism. Just the phrase font of ensoulment.
Where's the other one? There it is. Okay. So things like the matrix of leadership containing the past wisdom of the Autobots is like a gateway into that.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm learning about ensoulment. It's interesting that I've never heard this particular phrase before because it's basically like a highfalutin way of saying the philosophical quandary of when does a person gain a soul.
Oh.
And I'm also learning from Wikipedia that in the time of Aristotle, It was widely believed that the human soul entered the forming body at 40 days for male embryos or 90 days for female embryos.
What?
Takes longer for girls to get a soul, I guess.
Why?
I don't know.
How would you even decide that?
Yes, nonsensical bullshit. But also, it says that quickening I know is the, like, old-timey way of saying the first time the mother feels the fetus move.
Okay.
That was believed to be an indication that, that's a human being now.
Okay.
Rather than just the idea of a human being. But, like...
Okay.
That, the 40 days or 90 days, like, that's such a wide variation.
Right.
Also, what happens if you... feel it move at 90 days, but it's born a boy? This is
That's a great question.
creating philosophical quandaries off of this very old philosophical question.
Right. So sparks equals Cybertronian souls, and they get imbued into the living metal, which becomes their flesh.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Here's a question.
Thank you for all of this Transformers lore, 6-7.
Is there a Cybertronian equivalent of Jesus Christ?
Oh.
Are Transformers Christians?
I mean... So in Transformers the movie, spoilers for the movie if you've never seen it, the original animated movie, like Optimus Prime dies in that.
Okay.
But it's not a direct equivalent because he does not come back to life in the movie. Hot Rod takes the matrix of leadership out of him. Well, I think it kind of what's his name? Who's the other truck guy that holds on to it for a while?
Wheelie?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Not Wheelie.
Jerry the race car driver.
There's another guy is like I think he turns into a truck, but he's like a white and red and blue colors.
My question to you...
Anyways, eventually Hot Rod turns into Rodimus Prime and like becomes the new leader of the Autobots.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, if Optimus Prime dies but is not raised from the dead, in what way is that like Jesus Christ?
Right, like that's kind of what I'm saying is like it feels like Optimus Prime is the closest equivalent, at least from the stuff I know of.
Right.
But it's not really the same.
Also, I got a new word to Google here.
I do feel like there's kind of this idea of like this matrix of leadership is... I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's a little bit part of Optimus Prime, but also I guess it's a little bit like all of like the Autobots. I don't know. And then it kind of becomes resurrect. Like it's almost like a part of Optimus Prime, but also all of the Transformers like is resurrected in a way in Rodimus Prime.
Also, did Optimus Prime die for the sins of all Autobots?
Maybe. I don't... That's a great question.
Was there any absolution in the moment of Optimus Prime's death?
You know, I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't remember the details surrounding how he dies. But again, definitely not a one-to-one correlation here. Primus and Unicron are more Manichean than Christian
Yeah,
analogs?
I had to look that up. That's
Okay.
not a term I'm familiar with. A former major religion founded in the 3rd century by the Parthian prophet Mani in the Sasanian Empire, which I am, like, my Genshin senses are tingling just from reading that paragraph because Faruzan's normal attacks are called Parthian shot, which is a word I had to look up as soon as I saw that. And the Parthian Empire was a major Iranian political and cultural power in ancient Iran, blah, 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 blah. Basically, like, I don't have any conclusions to draw from this, but it's just for further, like, what's the word? Examples of the Genshin Impact development team, like, pulling from a lot of disparate real-world sources to knit together a complex game world that I find very engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Primus was the creator god and his body became Cybertron. Unicron was basically the devil destroyer god. Anyway, Manichaeism, which I'm probably saying wrong, teaches an elaborate dualistic cosmology describing a struggle between a good spiritual world of light and an evil material world of darkness. This is also related to local Mesopotamian religious movements and Gnosticism. Reveres Mani as the final prophet after Zoroaster, Gautama Buddha, and Jesus.
Oh, I did that wrong. Time for the separator. This might be tricky.
Much like Gnosticism, most of the original writings on this religious movement have been lost, though numerous translations and fragmentary texts have survived.
Tricky.
The terms Manichaean and Manichaeism are sometimes used figuratively as a synonym of the more general term dualist with respect to a philosophy, outlook, or worldview.
There we go. All right. Now I gotta fix it.
The term is frequently used by critics to describe the attitudes and foreign policies of the United States and its leaders.
Huh. Thanks for that follow. Welcome.
The term, I think I might have read this part already, but I'm going to repeat it again. The terms are often used to suggest that the worldview in question simplistically reduces the world to a struggle between good or evil. So that kind of,
Okay.
to contextualize, like U.S. foreign policy, U.S. good guy, everyone else bad guy. That it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're getting down there.
I think the Decepticon ideology is Nietzschean rather than them having any tie to Unicron, though. But now we're beyond what I know. We're very out of my depth.
Same.
And I'm too Genshin pilled. Like, I'm learning about all this interesting stuff, wondering how it might relate to Genshin. I should probably go actually make dinner now.
Okay, so we're putting these together.
I did something on my iPad that confused me, but it's fine.
Ah, relatable. Okay, looking good. Okay, now we're building a little piece that goes on the side. Okay, I guess we're not building too much more in this step than we did in the last section. It's just that we are adding wheels. Plus some little axle bits for those to attach to. That. Oh, okay. Like that. Looks right. And then that. Goes here. Okay. Right. Okay, there is supposed to be a little gap at the top. Where? All right, it's not back. Okay. I was just making sure everything matched the other side. All right. It's time to attach this leg, I think. And then it's time to put on wheels. So, once again, we got a nice little ball joint here. There we go. Okay. The real question is when Atlas and Hasbro will collab so we can have Optimus Prime as a persona. Man. You know, honestly, throughout my life, I've had a strong desire for a Transformers game that really appealed to me strongly. There was one, I want to say it was called War for Cybertron, that came out a while back that I liked quite a bit, but I never played it all the way through. I do still have it. Maybe I should. I mean, not like I don't have too many games already, but maybe I should finish that someday. And there was one I remember as a kid, like it was probably NES or Genesis, or I don't even remember what platform it was for. But yeah, something like some kind of weird like that would be very cool, I think. I would definitely be into a Transformers RPG or something like that. Okay, so now we have these axles and wheels to attach. Is this just an extra? Yeah, I think that's just extra, so we don't need that. Okay, so we're going to do this side first. And that one goes in the bottom hole here. And one goes in the top hole. War for Cybertron was delisted. Fortunately, I have a physical copy. Also has a full co-op mode through the campaign. Neat. There's also a Platinum Transformers game that is apparently also great and was also delisted. It's on my list to play for AI initiatives. I own it. Interesting. Now you got me wondering. Silver said, although Transformers are sentient robots. Yes. I do wonder, has there been a being in the Transformers universe that would qualify more as a sentient AI? I feel like there might have been, but I don't have anything to back it up.
I thought War for Cybertron...
Oh, was I thinking of the wrong game?
I mean, was War for Cybertron on PS3?
This is the game I was thinking of, which is not War for Cybertron. I think I might have played a little bit of War for Cybertron as well.
I remember there being a Transformers game in the office for some reason. I didn't remember that it was a PS2 game.
Yeah. Yeah, totally different game, but I enjoyed the bit of it that I played. Thank you for sharing that. Vector Sigma as an AI. Okay, nice. All right, let's put on some wheels now. I guess first we got to put the tires on. Important to get the outside part on the outside, even though it's extremely subtle. It's important to me anyway. I guess I feel like probably a lot of the reason, like, War for Cybertron is a game that is like, the name of it is stuck in my head as being at least a Transformers game of interest, and like I guess this is just called Transformers, so whenever I'm trying to remember what it's called, I guess it kind of makes sense that War for Cybertron is the first one I can think of, because it doesn't have another name, it's just Transformers. Perhaps now that we've had this discussion, I'll actually remember next time. Also, I guess this means I will never be able to play War for Cybertron, because I definitely didn't buy that one. Okay, that's all our tires on. I'm trying to understand the full... Silver said 6-7 brought up Vector Sigma. Silver said, yeah, Vector Sigma is an AI, basically the voice of God. And then I assume this is in follow-up to that. 6-7 said, retconned later to be speaking for Primus like a Metatron figure. Okay. Transformers lore is very complicated. And now it's hubcaps time. Nice. Looking pretty good. And that's it for today. So we're basically half done now, at least in terms of bag numbers. So next week we will do at least 7 and 8, depending on how long that takes. We probably won't get through all of this next week. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it probably is. I guess today we managed to get through 3 bags all in one, right? Or no, wait. Oh, 6 is still part of this. Okay. What is... Oh, there's these little... Oh, and the feet. So we got the feet, and then the tanks will be in step 6. Okay. Yeah, so we probably got 2 weeks of this left, and then we'll be all done. What was I using for the bookmark? I guess the stickers. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. It is available for PS3 360. Okay, interesting. I might look into that. All right, so heck, time always goes by so fast when I'm streaming. I guess we'll switch to this now. You know, I kind of want to fool around with this. So, like, I noticed that these can clip together here. And then maybe we don't want to do that yet. How does this work exactly? Do these flip all the way around? Oh, I broke it. I'm trying to transform it without reading the instructions properly. No, I guess that's upside down. Okay. I'm just trying to understand all of the mechanics here. Oh, no, that's backwards. Okay. Oh, I broke something else. I broke his butt off. It's fine. Oh no. What have I done? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I've made mistakes. Okay. Are these? Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. It's fixed now. Are you sure you don't have War for Cybertron digitally on our PS3? Great question. I'm not positive. It's possible. Should look into that. Okay, I'm going to stop breaking Optimus Prime. I think I am going to clip his legs together just for storage until next week. So, schedule. I guess we don't really need to talk about this right now, but I do want to mention that this stream won't be affected, but starting next week, my Saturday streams are going to be a little complicated because we have Christmas Eve on the 24th and New Year's Eve the week after that. I believe, yeah, I'm definitely gonna not stream on Christmas Eve day because we'll be doing holiday stuff. New Year's Eve day is a little bit of a question mark, but I just wanted to mention that because it's coming up. So my next stream will be tomorrow. And that will be the finale of my over a year, 167 hours long King's Quest series. Next Tuesday, I will continue playing Return of the Obra Dinn. And then a week from today, we will continue building this little Optimus Prime. And Secret Crush said, I just don't see how if there was a PS3 Transformers game on PS3, you wouldn't have it. Maybe? It's tough to say. Unsecret Crush will be streaming over on her channel. Monday will be continuation of Persona 3. And next Thursday will be more Genshin Impact. Thanks for that follow. Welcome. Don't know why I said PS3 twice. It's fine. You know, it's good to clarify that you mean a PS3 game for PS3. Because it could be a PS1 game for PS3 or a PS2 game for PS3. Bees achieved, says Hinton. Glad to hear it. Legs achieved over here. That's what's been going on. Not feet, though. But we have legs. He's got a butt now, if you could call it that. He's getting there. So I'm going to find someone to raid here. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Choices. I think I know who will raid. Just take another look here. Baltimore is doing a Rocksmith stream, which is a very different vibe than this, but I find them enjoyable. So Baltimore also does he does a series called Midweek Point and Click, which is a lot of fun. He's recently been playing Whispers of a Machine, which is a cool game. I previously watched Silver and OK Retro Zone do a stream of for their Quandary Quest series. It's been neat to see a different playthrough of that. Well, eventually I'll play through it myself because it's a very cool game. Anyways, we're going to head on over there to say hey to Baltimore. Because we don't usually get to do that. Did that work? Did that not work? This happens sometime. Why does this happen sometimes? Does it say it's raiding for y'all? Are we raiding? Or do I need to do it again? It does not. Okay, we'll try it again. Is it possible Bolt has raids disabled or something? There we go. Okay, I did it on my iPad and it finally worked. All right, sorry about that. Thanks again, y'all. I appreciate you all. You're all wonderful. I hope you have a good time, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. But if not, we'll see you around. Take care. Bye.